it's Yammy and welcome to part 2 of Paid to Marry the Alpha. Now, I reacted to this story a really long time ago, so if you haven't seen part 1, make sure to check that out. I'll have that up in the eye or in the description. Remember to leave a like on the video if you still enjoy these, and without further ado, let's get into it. Because I already know what you did. What are you talking about? I know that you used to be an infamous criminal in the neighborhood you lived in. Everyone in the neighborhood used to fear you because you did criminal activities, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how you know about this, but I only did criminal activities for about a month or two. And I only did it when necessary. For instance, if I couldn't afford food to eat, and I stopped doing that sort of thing months before we met. And that isn't my past. A lot more has happened in my life than just those months of having to steal for human necessities. Then what was your past like? Do you really want me to tell you? Yeah, I just want us to know more about one another since we're getting married soon. And although I know we've been hanging out non-stop these couple of weeks, I still feel as if we don't know enough about each other. Like we're just strangers who talk. And we're never going to get close if we hardly know anything about each other. I guess you're right. So, do you want to go first? Sure. Well, I was always curious. How exactly did your stepsister become your stepsister? You know, since you said your stepsister and stepmom kicked you out of your home, how did they become your stepsister and stepmom and get a hold of your house in the first place? Well, before they came into my life, I used to live with my dad. He was a single father after my mum had passed away from childbirth after giving birth to me. And he was the best dad that I could have ever have asked for. He'd work all day, every day just to provide for us and pay off the rent for that disgusting apartment we lived in. Bye, Daddy. Subsequently, he rarely had any time to spend with me as a family. We lived in the slums of town, and I still did until I met you. Oh wow, this place is rough. And we were still struggling to pay off an ugly apartment that was only £200 a month. Wow, I'm so sorry. It's fine. Well, anyways, it was like that for a couple of years, until my father finally had enough and went out looking for a new job. He knew he couldn't carry on working as a janitor all day, every day, any longer, earning below minimum wage. Not only was he not earning enough, he was wasting his precious time making himself tired rather than spending time with me as a family. And when he came back home after looking, he was the happiest person I had seen. Oh, I think he got a job. I thought he had gotten a jackpot. I got a job. I thought he got an incredible job. But no. With his qualifications, I should have expected he didn't get anything reputable. Instead, he got another sort of job that went against the law. He had basically turned into a criminal. He did terrible things, all just so he could get a good paycheck at the end of the day. And he did. He got amazing money from it compared to what he got before. And after only working for a few months, we were able to move out of our apartment and into a house. Our very own house, no rent or nothing. It was just ours. Although the house was still in the slums of town, he promised he'd get us out of there soon too. And soon we were living like luxury, not having to worry about money at all anymore. And instead of working all day, he'd only have to work nights, which meant we could spend more time together. Although I knew the job he was doing was wrong. I didn't care, and neither did he. We were both just happy that we finally had money, and I was happy to finally have family time with my dad. Looking back, I wish those days never ended. But they did. Because soon my dad came home with a new woman and told me that they were getting married. Despite the fact I really enjoyed spending time with my dad alone and resented the idea of getting a stepmom. This must be so hard for her. She finally gets her dad back and then he gets a new woman. I dealt with it and I acted like I was happy with his decision. I knew how unhappy he was without mum all those years and I wanted him to find love again. And soon my stepmom moved in along with her daughter. But I bared through it and I didn't tell my dad about any of it because I just wanted him to be happy. Although I knew the only reason my stepmom was with him was because he had money. She and my stepsister were practically just using him, and it angered me. But as long as I had my dad and he was happy, I was happy. I didn't want to cause any unnecessary arguments with him about those people at the risk of losing my dad. However, despite all of the things I did, I ended up losing him anyways. One night when he left to go to work, he never came home, and soon I figured out he was gone. I expected it to happen. His job was really risky risky and dangerous. But I just didn't think it would happen so soon. Soon, my stepmom took ownership over the house, took all of my dad's money, and tried to kick me out. But of course, I refused to leave. It wasn't their house to be taking, it was my dad's. I just wanted to say how thankful I am you came to rescue me. If it weren't for you, I probably wouldn't even be here right now. She is so grateful for him, and I can't say I blame her. Sounds like she had a terrible home life. That poor girl. Don't cry, I'm here now. I'm sure your dad was a great guy who did what he had to in order to give you a good life. I know how much it hurts to lose someone. Believe me. You do? Yes, because I've lost someone close to me myself. You know how I always say I don't want kids nor do I want a family? Well, it's for a reason. When I was 18, my niece Maya was born. Her dad had passed away while her mum was still pregnant with her, and her mother passed shortly after she gave birth to her. She was an orphan basically. And despite her being a strong alpha, our whole family assumed she was cursed and bad luck because of what happened to her parents. But I didn't. I ignored their cruel words. And I loved and cherished her anyways. She was practically my daughter, since I was with her 24/7 and I'd take care of her every day. For instance, I'd take her to work every day with me. Oh, she's so cute. And when I'd go to bed, she'd sleep in a crib beside me. I loved and cared for her like I was her father, and I basically was. She was my baby girl. And one day before her 3rd birthday, oh no, what happened to her? And just like that, my baby girl was gone. She left and went back up in the clouds with her parents, and she's never coming back. Oh, it feels so bad for Charles. He took care of her and then she ended up passing away. Poor guy. And that's why I don't want children, because I never want to go through the pain of losing a child again. Oh, they're so cute together. But there's no paparazzi here to take pictures of this. Exactly. Oh, she really likes him. And from that point onwards, our relationship didn't feel fake anymore. It felt real. I really wanted her to be mine. Charles? Uh-huh. There's someone knocking at the door. Uh-huh, that's nice. Would you like to come with me to open it? No, he's snoring. I'll take that as a no. Who is it? They are really knocking at that door. Jeez Louise, calm your horses. I'm coming. Who is it? Wait, no one's there. Who could it be so late at night? Doesn't seem like there's anybody out here. Is anybody there? Weird. Why, hello there, Amy. Soraya? What are you doing here? You know exactly what I'm doing here. Your wedding with Charles is tomorrow. Wow, thanks for reminding me, Captain Obvious. Very funny. Thank you. I've been wanting to say that to someone all week now. I was being sarcastic. Now's not the time for jokes. I told you to break up with Charles before the wedding. Yeah, and I told you that wasn't going to happen. And I warned you that there'd be consequences with that choice. So what? Have you come here to give me the consequence now? Oh no, I'm so scared. Your comedic attitude towards this situation isn't going to benefit anything. Well, if your consequence for me is beating me up, then that's not going to work, honey. I'm not scared of being hurt by an alpha like you because I have another alpha right here that can come out and save me. So go and find something else to threaten me with. Fine. There. I found it. I'll tell Charles about your father's past. Wait, what did you just say? You heard me. How do you think he'll react when he finds out your father was an assassin? Oh, better yet, when he finds out your father was the one who took down his niece. What? How did you know that? Oh, a special friend told me. Bexley? Hi, sis. In case you haven't noticed, I'm the special friend. Wow, sis, look at how far you've gotten. You're living in a mansion, earning a lot of money, married to a millionaire alpha. Did you really think that all of those privileges were going to last forever? You should have expected it all to come crashing down soon enough, because your past was eventually going to come out to haunt you sooner or later. You're a terrible person. You don't love anyone. All you love is money. And Charles will find out that soon enough too. That you don't and will never truly love him. What are you talking about? Of course I love him. Is that why the only reason you agreed to marrying him was when a paycheck was involved? And anyways, even if you aren't using him, he'll never believe you. Well, he won't once we show him the picture. What picture? This picture. Wait, I'm so confused. What is this photo of? Oh my gosh. This is not good. He knows exactly how Maya's assassin looked like. And in this picture, you're standing right beside him smiling, while he's got a weapon in his hand. I wonder how Charles will react once I show him this picture. You wouldn't. Oh, yes, I would. The only way I won't is if you break up with him before the wedding. But he's mine and only mine. I'm the one who's going to be marrying him, not you. And I told you that from the beginning. If you don't break up with him before the wedding, I will release those pictures not only to him, but to the press too, and I'll ruin your reputation. You have until the wedding to make your decision. Choose wisely. Oh dear, she has a big decision to make. It's time for the wedding. Oh my gosh, what is she going to do? Look at him, he's so excited. He's blushing. Here comes the bride. She looks so pretty, but she's so worried. This is not good. All of her guests are watching her walk down the aisle, and she looks absolutely terrified. Yikes, look who's there. And the bride has arrived. You look so gorgeous. Thanks. I'm so lucky to be marrying you right now. Charles Eddington, do you take your gorgeous fiancée Amy Stone to be your wife? I do. And do you, Amy Stone, take your fiancé Charles Eddington to be your husband? Uh-oh, what is she gonna do? Don't. Wait, what? You're kidding, right? No, I'm not. I'm serious. I'm sorry, Charles, but I can't. And the crowd goes incredibly mild. All of the guests are shocked. I don't want to marry you. He must be so confused because that is not what she said yesterday. I wish you and your family the best. I hope you find someone better in the future. Goodbye, Charles. And she's running away. Oh my gosh. This was so dramatic. Why is she clapping? What the heck? Oh, your girl is evil. I'm so sorry, Charles. That powerless peasant wasn't worth any of your time anyways. If it makes you feel any better, many of our alphas would love to marry you right now. No, I don't even want to think about marriage right now. I can't do this right now. I need some space. Charles? My baby! Let him go. He just needs some time alone. Oh my gosh, this is one of the most awkward weddings ever. Amy, are you still here? Please, I just want to talk. Poor Charles, I feel so bad for him. He's found a note. Dear Charles, I'm writing this in a rush because I'm leaving in a few more minutes. I'm sorry I'm unable to be your wife like you wanted me to. I will always cherish you in my heart, but from the start we knew we were not meant to be together. She really is leaving in her wedding dress. I'll be leaving town with the $10K you gave me this month. Wow, your girl got a lot of money. And I'll start my life somewhere new without you. I'm sorry. I wish I could have been the one, but happy endings don't always happen. I wish you and Soraya a great long life together. Wait, what? Soraya? What does she mean, Soraya? Did I not tell her repeatedly that I don't want Soraya? How in the world did she come to the conclusion that I'll move on with Soraya? This all just doesn't feel right. We got on just fine yesterday and this past week, but now suddenly she wants to leave to a different town and hopes I move on with Soraya? Something must have happened that she's not telling me. The only way she can leave town is by going to the train since she doesn't have a car. So she must be going to the train station right this moment. I need to get there before she leaves. Wait, my parents drove me over here to the wedding, so that means my car is still at my house, meaning I have no car to use to drive to the train station. And if I were to walk to the train station instead, it would take half an hour. So the train would already leave before I get there. But I need to get there in 10 minutes or else the train will leave and she'll be gone. She'll be in a completely random town and I'll never see her again. What am I going to do? I can't lose her. I need to know why she left before I'm ready to let her go. Charles, is that you? Are you okay? You know, with what happened on the altar between you, Amy, and all? Yeah, I'm not okay. It's all right. You have me. I'll always be here for you. Oh, this girl is such a rat. If you'd like, I could take you over to my house in comfort. Wait, you drove here in your car, right? Right? Could you please drive me over to the train station? What? Why? I'll explain later. Please, I just really need to get to the train station in 10 minutes. And if I don't get there, I don't know what I'll do. Please, Soraya. You're all I have left. I like how he's pulling on her heartstrings to get what he wants. And what he wants is to get to the train station. Sure then. Anything for you. Thank you so much, Soraya. It's working. He's already falling in love with me. Let's go. Oh, she's getting on the train. Will he make it on time? Or is he gonna lose her forever? She's about to sit down on the train seats and there's no sign of him yet. So, where are you heading? Questionable outfit choice, but alright. Are you a runaway bride or something? What? No, sort of. Did you choose to ditch the wedding and run away as soon as you put on the dress? Sorry. I did not leave before the wedding could happen. I said I don't at the altar and I left. This guy is shook. You left the dude at the altar? Dang, that's harsh. What did he do to make you do that? He didn't do anything. That, Mr. Train Driver, is none of your business. Would you just stop asking questions about my personal life and take me to my destination? All right. Where are you heading then? Oakville. That's a completely different town and almost 12 hours away from here. Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. Are you sure you want to go that far away? Positive. Now can you stop asking questions and just do your job and drive? All right, runaway bride. Hand me over your ticket. Well, you see, sir, I don't have it. Look, I just arrived at the train station 10 minutes ago and I didn't have time to get a ticket. Can't you just take me to Oakville anyways? Sorry, no. I don't do charity work. All I do is drive a train. Maybe come back next time when you have money. But I do have money. I'll pay you to take me to Oakville. I'll give you £100 if you take me to Oakville. Sorry, you should have bought a ticket instead with that money. I'm going to ask you kindly to leave now, ma'am. Please, you don't understand. I need to leave here as soon as possible. Sorry, no ticket, no ride. Now, please exit, ma'am. I'll pay you £1,000 if you take me to Oakville. Well then I guess. Amy? And your groom has arrived. I'll let you two sort this out alone. Amy, it's so good to see you again. Get off me. How did you even get here? Did you follow me? What? No. Didn't me saying I don't and leaving you at the altar tell you that I'm not interested? But we got on so well just yesterday. What happened? I thought we loved each other. Well, you thought wrong. I never loved you, Charles. Now let me go and marry Soraya or something. Someone who's really right for you. No! If you're going to leave me, then I demand all of my money back. The £10,000, I want it all back. The only reason I gave you it was because you were supposed to marry me. But since you're not going to, I want it all back. But then I'll have no money or anywhere to go. And that's not my problem? You think I'm playing games? I'm not. You either be honest with me and tell me what's going on, or you can leave with nothing. Your choice. If I tell him, he'll hate me forever. And if I don't, I'll be homeless. My father was the guy who took down Maya. It was my father, alright? And the reason why you couldn't find him to avenge Maya was because he passed a week later. I'm sorry for this. For everything. I'm sorry you hate me now, and our relationship had to end on a bitter note. But I guess none of this was just meant to be. You can take the money. It's in the bag on the floor. Just know, I'll always love you, even if you despise me. Aw, I don't think he cares. I'll always love you too, and I'd never despise you. What? Didn't you just hear what I said? My dad, I heard, but you're not at fault for your dad's actions. He did that, not you. Thank you so much for understanding. I didn't know it was your niece who my dad had taken down either. It was only until you described what happened with your niece that I realized it was my dad. I wouldn't have ever done anything if I knew. You didn't do anything, Amy. Just because your dad did something wrong doesn't mean you're at fault for it. You're your own person. You didn't do it yourself. He did. So, you don't hate me? I'd never hate you, Amy. I'm in love with you. Truly in love with you. Oh, they're so cute together. Was this a reason that you ran away at the altar? Yes. This and something else. Soraya threatened to tell you all of this if I didn't dump you before we got married. Soraya did what? Charles, are you done yet? What the? Amy? Didn't I warn you to stay away from him? Do you know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to tell him everything. Don't bother. I already know everything. What? No, you don't. That her dad took down Maya? Yeah, I know. How do you? Because she told me. She told me everything herself. And if you really thought that was going to get in the way of our relationship, you were so wrong. I don't love you, Soraya. Get over it. I've been telling you that for months now. I'm in love with Amy. And after you went as far as to threaten my fiance, I think I'll need to take further measures to ensure my future wife's safety. I'll be getting a restraining order against you. Wait, what? Charles, please. I hope to never speak or hear from you again. Now, if you excuse me, me and my fiance have a wedding to go to. Let's go, babe. Get wrecked, Soraya. That's what she deserves. Oh, and here's the train conductor. Do you have a train ticket? I don't think he's coming back. I do. I'm sorry it had to be like this. Sorry for the delay, everyone. They must have been waiting for like an hour or so. But we're back and we're ready to continue the wedding. Everybody is shook. Please calm down, guests. We'll explain everything later. And you just carry on with the speech from where we left it for now. Okay. Do you, Amy Stone, take your beloved fiance, Charles Eddington, to be your husband? I do. Hallelujah. And do you, Charles Eddington, take Amy Stone to be your wife? No. I take her as more, to be my lover, my protector, and my queen. I take her to be my soulmate for life. I love you, Amy. And I love you too, Charles. And with the power invested in me today, I pronounce you both husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. And everything was finally happy. Oh, look at them. Anyway, guys, that is where this movie has ended. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you want to see another video from me, you can click on one of these and I'll see you over there.